I know that's looking a bit dark. I do have my head torch on. So this is harvesting nettles. You don't really need to use gloves to harvest nettles. All you need to do is just use your fingertips on the tips of the leaves. So like there, even here, even the small ones. And all you really have to do, have a look at the leaves. You mainly need the tops. You'll notice after maybe around the third set of leaves down, they start kind of wearing out, looking a bit old. So you can judge it on how high you want to cut it. Sometimes you end up only cutting the top. So here's first set, second set, third set. Fourth set still looks alright, so I'm going to snip underneath that. Just like that. I haven't been stung. You can judge it as well. Have a look. That leaf has got like what, maybe bird crap or something. Just snip it off. And then in your bag. Here I took only 3 sets if you include the small head. That doesn't look good, got a mess on it. Looking good, so let's take that one. So don't harvest nettles when they're either going to seed or going to flower, because kind of like the leaves don't taste very good, and I think there is some kind of toxicity at that point, I can't remember. But basically just go for fresh ones. If you see some going to seed or flower, that does not mean there will be other ones around that are not usable for the leaves. And it's pretty easy to see. The seeds are really good for eating raw and drying. So that's a very good overwinter food storage if you can get hold of it. It's just about paying attention to your local area. And it is now December 2nd. And I'm actually still harvesting nettles, which is pretty cool. These ones are undercover. I believe the ones in the rest of the park aren't actually doing very well. They've had a bit of frost. These ones are undercover, so I can still get probably my final batch of nettles. So half of this will go to a soup, and the other half for tea. If not, because I did get quite a lot for tea last 2 weeks back, I might end up making just a lot of soup out of this and just, you know, putting portions in the freezer for overwinter use. So it's still nettle foraging, and in the open field where a lot more frost has obviously nailed the plants down, as you can see some things in the background, the dead nettle is still hanging on. So I know dead nettle can still be used. I kind of just forgot what for, so I'll probably put it in the description when I get a chance to get home and look into that. But yeah, so that's available now in the open. The nettles that I just picked up, the stinging nettle, like I said, is undercover, so that patch was doing alright. But I'm not surprised now. I'm coming out here, and any stinging nettle that I'm seeing is kind of like just hanging on or dead already. Where I do see some, I don't see any in this patch, but where I do see some, it's underneath a few things, and they're not looking very good. Not good for consumption, really. Alright, I tried my very best to make a video where I sat kind of close-ish in front of the camera and explain what's going on, but still the background noise of the highway was just way too much, so I really need to be really close to the camera, standing over it as I am now, for you to hear me over the highway, you know. So I just finished harvesting a bunch of nettles. See that bag there, it's a half bag pretty much. I have squashed it down a little bit. Anyway, to harvest nettles, all you need really is your hands, secateurs, and a bag. You don't need gloves. Honestly, like, you're gonna waste your time. You're gonna end up being a really long time out there with gloves on. It's a waste of time. You can pick up nettles with your fingertips at the tips of the leaves, and you won't get stung. I've been stung once today. I harvested an entire bag of nettles, and I only got stung because I was having a hard time throwing it in the bag, and then I just brushed the top of my hand. It doesn't hurt, it's just like a tingly feeling. I work outdoors anyway, so I'm always exposed to nettles, so I might be a little bit more immune to it than the average person. Yeah. But if you carry a balm with you, there's a balm that I bought called Gardener's Hands. It's just like made by a couple of herbologists who live in Devon somewhere. I think it's elderfarm.co.uk. I'm not too sure, I can't remember. Before I forget, I'm going to give a quick shout out to two of my like regular kind of commenters and subscribers. So first one is K Wood Adventures. I think he's based in Alaska. Got a few videos out. He's quite funny, very different. I reckon go over to his channel, have a look. He's also quite new at YouTube, so just have a view. You'll have a laugh at the way he is. The second one is Geraro. You're the one asking for the review of the Bulgarian carving axe. I can't do the review today, but I did bring it out just to show you, because this video as well is just a sneak peek for my viewers, because I've got the gear review coming up, the all current gear that I have up until today. I just thought I'd bring this along as one of the items that I show. So this was in my last gear review, but I didn't take the sheath off. So Geraro, this is not the review. I'm going to do a proper review just on this item. So it's handmade Bulgarian carving axe. It's for green woodworking, or just woodworking in general. It's got the it's a bearded axe, obviously, so you can get your hand behind it. So if you need to do any carving, it's kind of like a protector for your knuckles. Carving like that. I've shown similar techniques. There's a magpie just above me. I've shown similar techniques to with using my other axe. Obviously, if you don't have a bearded axe, you've got to put your fingers on the blade. It's going to stabilize the blade while you're shaving up and down. The handle, to me, looks like it was machine forged or crafted. It kind of looks like a mass-produced handle, so I'm cool with that. I mean, I bought this thing for like £38 plus delivery, and was it plus delivery? Or £38 for the axe. It came with this sheath as part of the package, and it's a thick sheath with studs. So for me, that was kind of like the deal breaker, because a lot of these things you buy online, you don't get a sheath with it. And being low budget, I can't really afford, as much as I'd like to support people and go out there and order their handmade sheaths and send them the dimensions of the blade. I can't afford to do that right now, so that was a big one for me. Anyway, this is not the review. I will do a review on this in the future, and I've barely used it, to be honest with you, because I just don't have space at the moment. I need to totally declutter my garden, take things out, throw things away, add things in, make a roof somewhere where I can do some, possibly build a shaving horse, so I can start getting into making things. Anyway, so that's that. See about the size of it. I'm not like a massive guy, so it's quite a nice sized one. Fits really well into the front pockets of, like, the tall-ish, medium, middle zip pockets of backpacks, which is quite nice. So two things I want to show you, new things. It's just a sneak peek, so that you can get ready for, this is some of the things I'll be showing on the main gear review. By the way, the gear review was meant to be filmed yesterday, but I just didn't check the weather, and when I woke up it was absolutely pissing down, and it kind of like came down all day. And I want to have everything laid out in an area that you can see it, so that wasn't going to happen really. Basically, I don't want to put up a tarp and hear the sound of rain on the tarp while I'm trying to film, and the location where I'm going to film that is a little bit, it's further away from the highway, but there's not a berm between the highway and there, so even though it's way further away, it's like either the sound's the same or it's even louder, which is really annoying because it's a very nice woodland that I just wild camped in last week. It's really awesome. It's an ancient woodland and nobody goes in there. Basically, it's very hard to get in there, and basically the sign kind of says no public access, so they're leaving it for conservation purposes. So anyway, I got this delivered the other day, not the item that's inside it, but it's a waxed canvas bag. I'm glad I found these guys on eBay. They're also on Etsy. Anyway, on the review I'll say who they are and how you can order from them, but I like it because I think when I ordered this, they have them in like a few different sizes, so I had to select what size my billy can is, and here's my zebra. I got the 12 centimeter one, so that my 10 centimeter Lixada steel pot slash drinking cup can fit inside that, and then obviously inside that I can put things like my little jar of honey. I prefer honey than sugar, health reasons and all that. Anyway, that's coming in the review. The other sneak peek is the MSR Trail Shot water filter. So it's that small, that easy to obviously put back together, take apart, and basically you just put that in the water and you pump through here. Obviously open the cap and it filters 1 liter of water per minute, which is fine for me. I didn't really need this right now because all the places that I wild camp in are kind of, I don't trust the rivers. Not that I don't trust that this won't do its job, but this, I didn't see on the packaging that this can filter out things like glyphosate and chemical fertilizers, and I'm very, very, very sure the river that runs through there is contaminated with lots of farmers' runoff. So in a survival situation, obviously I would. So when I go wild camping, I just rely on what I bring with me, the amount of water I bring with me.